Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen, and welcome back to my channel. I don't know what's going on with this bang today. Hair has been bad all week, so that's why we're here looking like this. Hello, welcome back to another weekend vlog. Hi, it is officially Friday, 3:45 in the afternoon. And I figured I would start this vlog because I'm done my work week. Thank God. I am so tired. Just want to sit on my couch, which I'm going to do a whole bunch this weekend, and read and relax. Oh God, I'm so excited. Anyways, what am I gonna be reading this weekend? That's a great question. Thank you for asking. I have a hankering to just read all the things. I haven't read a single thing this week except for I have made a little bit of progress in Pride and Prejudice, my reread of Pride and Prejudice, because I just love Pride and Prejudice so much and I just get caught up in it when I'm reading it, so it goes by really quickly for me because it's like coming home. God, I love Pride and Prejudice. So I'm now a little way through, I don't know, where am I? Page 186 of this edition, which like these editions that I had for like university and stuff, most of them have like an introduction and then like a bunch of appendices at the back. So like the whole thing isn't the book, it's just, you know, part of it is. But yeah, so I'm gonna be reading Pride and Prejudice this weekend because I'm still on my Jane Austen kick and I'm still on my Pod and Prejudice kick. I've been listening to them forever and I only have like 5 episodes left before I'm completely caught up on their podcast. So I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. I'm gonna cry, that's what I'm gonna do. Just sit here and be sad. But anyways, other than Pride and Prejudice this weekend, I have a stack of books that I want to read, including a book for my Reading Booktube's Favorites video that I need to get into and started and deliciously through because this is the biggest book on that TBR, so I figured I should read this. Also, it's a library book, so I do have like a little bit of a timeline to have it done by. So I'm going to probably be reading that one at some point this weekend, but what I'm going to be reading in this video specifically, I'm going to be reading Half a King by Joe Abercrombie because this is apparently the best place to start, according to Holly, with Joe Abercrombie's books. And I also asked her, once I had finished Justice of Kings by Richard Swan, I was talking to her about it and I was like, I need another book. Like, what have you read that's like this? Because I need to know. And she mentioned this one is a bit like it. So I'm intrigued for it. And I'm excited. I also really want to read Scorpica by G.R. McAllister. And this I have the audiobook for, so I'm going to be listening to this. And I also would really like to read One for All by Lily Leinoff, or at least start it. I also have the audiobook for this, so it's just going to be an audiobook weekend. The only one I don't have the audiobook for is Half a King, so I think I will try my hardest to read this physically. It is also the smallest book, and also is probably one of the smaller books that I've read recently because it is just over 300 pages, like 330. And recently all I've been doing is devouring books that are absolutely huge. So anyways, that is the plan for this weekend. That is the plan for my reading. I want to read so many books right now in this exact moment. I have just so many I want to read. It's so ridiculous. I have 4 sitting on the top of my piano. They are Harrow, Gallant, The Helm of Midnight, and Kith and Kin. Really want to read those. I got like orders in and I really want to read those, and there's some like sequels that I want to read of series that I read last year. And I just want to keep reading like Regency stuff, and I also just keep want to like I'm in a mood where like this could go very, very well where I just consume all of the books like I did last weekend, or it could go very poorly and I could not read a single thing because I'm overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I want to read. So make sure to stick around, have some fun. It's gonna be a good weekend. I have a good feeling. Sunday is my writing slam with my friends, so that'll be really fun. Ooh, I have to go through my friends' writing submissions tonight and tomorrow to make sure I have all my notes compiled for them. Other than that, I do want to do a writing stream tomorrow. Hopefully I can get another one in because I've been really enjoying them and enjoying the fact that it's like allowing me to carve out a bit of time specifically to write during the week because my life is chaos and I just don't have the mental acuity to write during the week right now. So Saturday is my day to write apparently. Which, you know what, is totally fine by me. I also have 0 querying news. My inbox has been dead quiet for weeks now. So I'm taking that as an okay sign that like the agents that I've sent my query into so far are just like sitting on it and deciding something. I don't know, or they're just, you know, overwhelmed with queries and they haven't gotten to it yet. No query update as of yet. Anyways, my friends, I've been rambling, but I'm gonna get my weekend started. I'm gonna go get my mail, I think, and I might go for a drive. Either way, right now I'm gonna continue listening to Pod and Prejudice, so I'll catch up with you later. Freshly washed hair, just kind of hanging out. I have a live stream in just over a half hour, which is going to be exciting and productive, hopefully. I do hope to get some work done on Project Dragon or Project Second Story. We'll see what I end up working on. I am sat here reading. Last night I ended up starting The Grace of Kings, but I only got like 30 pages in, and currently I'm only 55 pages in, because apparently even though I have the audiobook going at 2 times speed, it's just, you know, a little bit slow going, but that's okay. It's enjoyable and I'm liking it, you know, a little bit. But I did try to read a little bit of Half a King, and the writing and the dialogue threw me right off. I don't know what it is, but it just, like, I was really intrigued by it for the first chapter, and then I got to the second chapter and I was like, why are the people talking like they're not real human beings? So with that aside, I will see if I go back to it, but I think today I'm gonna try make my way through as much of Grace of Kings as I can and see what happens after that. I also really want to get to Scorpica this weekend, so I think I'm gonna focus on those two, or these two at least. And last night I made it to the 50% mark of Pride and Prejudice because of course I love this book just so friggin' much. I'm now on page 234 and I'm just loving it. We just had the first Darcy proposal, the disastrous one, which is always, that scene always gets me so amped because it is like they are fully screaming at each other that scene, and I just it gets me every time. It gets me every time. Just the shots fired on both sides. I love it. Oh god, I love Pride and Prejudice so much. Live stream in about a half hour. Gonna keep reading this before and after it, and hopefully in about a half hour I have made more progress than just page 55, but that's okay. I'll catch up with you guys a little later. Hello friends, it is now a little later. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I am done my stream. It was lovely as always. This stream was exceptionally productive because I got almost, it was like 50 words away from 3,000 words done in this stream, which is just, I don't know what happened. It's just the streams unlock something in me and I love it. I love it. I love it so much. And then after the stream, because I was 50 words away from 3,000, I was like, I'm gonna hit that. And I've just looked and I've written 3,700 words today. So I've written another 700 words sitting here after the stream, and it's been like maybe 10 minutes. So today's been a great day. I ended up writing a little bit more in Isolde's chapter, finishing up the second official Isolde chapter at 3,300 words, which is a lot of words. And I also wrote the prologue for this book, the official prologue, which is just going to be titled The Man, I think, or A Nameless Soldier, or something like that. I did that, and I'm very, very happy with this prologue. I'm excited to look back over it and like tweak it and make it better and more intense and whatever, but it's like, it's an 1,800 word prologue where it's just this man who is a pretty crucial character in this, but not a POV character. He's just the prologue, and he's going to be the epilogue as well. He, in this moment of the prologue, is dying. He's a soldier on a battlefield, and he just got stabbed in the chest by some soldier who then gets killed in the instant that he stabs the man. His name is Arkard, in the chest, in a mortal wound. And so Arkard is just laying there in the mud, slowly dying, and he is approached by a god who offers him a deal. And Eckhart is just sitting there like, before the god approaches him, basically being like, I wish I could have done more. I demand a better life. Like, he's mad in this moment. Like, he's just like, I demand a better life. I demand more. And then that's when the god is like, my dear man, relax. I have a proposition for you. It's very good. I'm very excited about this prologue. Anyways, I have now reached the 14,000 word mark in my draft for Project Dragon. We love to see it. But yes, if you guys ever care to join in on my streams, I do hope I can keep them up now most Saturdays if I'm not going up to the lake or if I don't have something else on, but I do really like having that little piece of time during the week to carve out for my writing, especially when I write 3,000 words. But now I keep watching the temperature outside. It is currently 6 degrees Celsius and it's been hovering at like 1 degree all for the past few days. So I want to go outside for a walk because I have not yet walked around my area and like explored. So I am going to put on a thicker sweater and some jeans and I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm back and I have my door open for the first time because it's actually nice out. But oh gosh, it's so lovely out. The only issue is the roads are just a mess and all the sidewalks are just a mess, and I got partway around the bend to go to the lake and I planned on going further, but I stepped in a puddle and my shoes, which I thought were more waterproof than they were, soaked entirely through. So I was like, this is not comfortable. My socks are wet. I gotta turn around. So I came back. But it was a nice little like 15-20 minute jaunt. And now I'm back. And I was gonna make a iced coffee, but I just realized it's 4:45. So it might not be a good idea. So instead, I'm gonna have a big old glass of juice and a ginger ale with ice because I still want something nice and cold to drink. And I'm an old lady and I drink ginger ale, so. Sunday. Hi. I can't believe it's already Sunday. I hate it. I hate it, to be honest. But I just finished having my writing salon with my friends. It's very fun, and they gave me notes. This time around, I had less of a like visceral reaction to, because like when they were giving me notes on Izzy's chapter, it was, I don't know, there was just more there that helped me in the moment. But this one will help me, I know that. It's just more of like nitpicky shit that I totally didn't notice. And there's some stuff that I'm like, I don't really know if that's a thing. It probably is a thing, I'm just being stubborn. But I loved it. It was very fun. And it was a little bit shorter than last week's by like a bit, because 2 of our members didn't come and didn't submit, so it was good. But yeah, I always enjoy that because I love talking about writing and I love gushing over people's work, and it's just so good. It's just so good. Anyways, now I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna go over Maeve's scene, and then I'm going to read a little more because I was reading some of the Grace of Kings before the call, and like I'm liking the Grace of Kings, but I'm also like just kind of not vibing with it a whole lot. I'm on page 110. This weekend is a total 180 from last weekend's reading, because last weekend I had finished 3 books by now. And right now I am like 80 pages into Scorpica, which I'm really liking, by the way. I'm 100 pages into One for All, which I'm really liking, by the way. I read this because I tried to listen to the audiobook for this, but the audiobook narrator stops after every sentence and pauses too long. So it feels like a robots reading it, which I don't like, and I read faster than the audiobook for this one, even at 2 times speed. So I'm reading this physically, and I am really enjoying it. So this is the Three Musketeers retelling with our main character who has pots, which is very, very fun to read. I'm enjoying her point of view very, very much. And I'm glad that we're into the action now, because the beginning was a little bit poor me, a little bit slow poor me. I wish we had gotten like a little bit, like half of the poor me stuff and just gotten to the action, but that's just my opinion. But I am really liking it. Otherwise, the writing is very good. Scorpica though. This book is like so women-centered and I love it. It's a queendom. It's women running the society and men are just there as like sexual pleasure toys. I'm really liking this, and I think I'm going to keep reading this today probably. And like The Grace of Kings I'm reading for a video, so I will talk about that in another video. I've read a lot of pages this weekend, because yesterday I read like 80 pages of The Grace of Kings, 80 pages of Scorpica, and 100 pages of One for All. So like I'm reading the pages, I'm just not getting very far into any book because my brain just keeps jumping. I also then watched, I restarted Dimension 20's Starstruck Odyssey campaign, which I'm really liking. It is one of the funniest campaigns they've run. I think I'm like 3 episodes into it or something. So that's what I was watching and simultaneously reading this. So like if I wasn't watching that, I probably would be a lot further into One for All if I had done that. But my brain does this thing where I need multiple sources of like attention right now. I noticed it Friday night actually. I was sitting here and I just had like just nervous energy. I couldn't concentrate on anything alone. I turned on Sense and Sensibility and I was listening to the podcast, and it was like the 2 sources of noise, my brain just like calmed right down. And I was like, oh, I just needed this like split distraction to like shut my brain up. So fun facts, if you find yourself really restless, put 2 things on. Put something that's like background noisy and then focus on another thing. It works for me, I don't know. But yes, I'm going to now sit and work with Maeve's chapter. So I'll catch up with you later. Friends, it is like way too late. I keep doing this to myself. It's about 12:30 in the morning or at night. I don't know how to ever refer to that. It's late and I should be sleeping, but I wanted to pop in because it is officially the end of the weekend. I feel like this weekend has just been an absolute apparently I can't speak. This weekend has been an absolute kerfuffle of a weekend for reading. I have not finished a single book, and I've only just managed to hit like the 150 page mark of like one. Actually, I think this one's a little further. I'm 170 page mark of Scorpica, which I'm really enjoying. Highly recommend. And then I've hit the 100 page mark of One for All. And I even tonight got the urge to start another book, and I almost started it, but I listened to like 10 minutes of the audiobook and I was just not feeling it. And I haven't read any more of Pride and Prejudice, and I read a little bit more of The Grace of Kings today, and I haven't even like really, I don't even think I've hit the 100 page mark of that one either. Like I'm just, it's a kerfuffle of reading. Did I exhaust all of my reading last weekend? Maybe, but like man, at this rate, it's, what is it, March 21st today? Monday is March 21st. Am I gonna read anything else in the month of March? Who knows? This might just be the month of me reading 5 books and then starting like 20 others. Not. I really hope not. Wild. I did manage to write over 4,000 words this weekend though, which is pretty cool. After the writing workshop today, I ended up kind of just sitting with my manuscript and implementing the edits my friends suggested. Not even necessarily edits, but like taking their critiques and seeing if I could make my piece better. And I think at one point today I had added like 900 words, but then I went in and like moved stuff around and deleted and whatever. I think it ended up being only adding like 600 words to the draft today, which is totally fine because I did make the pieces better, which is good. But it's such a weird thing that I want to share everything that I write from this book with them. Like I want to share my writing with people, which is usually not what I do when I'm writing a first draft. And I think it's because I'm going back and I'm editing and I'm rereading my stuff and like making the things make more sense, making the scenes make more sense. Because 2 of these scenes so far I have now submitted to the writing salon with my friends, and one of the caveats is that you have to actually edit it at least once. And I take pride in my writing, and I take pride in that I do edit up my work a bunch of times before I send it to anyone to see, so that it's like readable and it rolls really nicely and whatever, and I'll read it out loud. And it is delaying me because I'm not just fast drafting and ignoring the words and just getting the story out, but it's interesting to write a story this way. This book is going to take me so long to write if I keep writing it this way. I'm not going to lie, but I think I'm almost at 15,000 words, which is exciting. Also, hopefully this week I could actually read some stuff. I do plan on continuing to read Scorpica, and I've also decided to... The video that I was reading A Grace of Kings for, I just don't feel any passion towards it anymore, so I might stop that video. I do want to continue reading A Grace of Kings though, but I think I'm going to put a pause on the video and just do something else. I don't know, like some other kind of reading vlog. I'm tossing around the ideas of doing like a new releases reading vlog where I read some of my pre-orders that have come in, like Gallant, but I have another pre-order that's coming to me. It should be here this week, coming out on Tuesday. It's The City of Dusk, which I really want to read as well. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing something like that, or just doing like some kind of easier reading vlog to do that's like not just weekend reading vlogs, like a themed reading vlog. I don't know. Do you guys have any suggestions or anything that you actually want to see from me? I will do another Reading Booktube's favorites soon. I think I need to plan them better and do like shorter amounts of books in the video so I don't get so overwhelmed. I don't know. Just pick things better. Pick things better. I don't know. I'm keeping the person that I was gonna do on my list for that, but I think I'm gonna push pause on the planned reading vlog that was gonna go up in May, so it was gonna be a long time from now, but something else will go in that spot. I just have to think of it. But yeah, I'm open for suggestions, my lovely friends. Anyways, I need to stop talking because now it is officially past 12:30 and I need to go to bed because tomorrow is a new day. Catch up with you guys tomorrow. Hello friends, it is now the end of the day. I totally forgot to update this vlog today. Happy Monday! I just got home from piano, so I'm a mess. It's always a late night on Mondays, but I wanted to pop in and officially close out this vlog. This absolute kerfuffle of a vlog, let me be clear. I read absolutely nothing this weekend, but a lot of stuff. Like I got 110 pages into The Grace of Kings. Let me sit and do this. 110 pages into The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu, and I've also decided to stop this video that I'm doing, but I'm still gonna finish The Grace of Kings because I do like it quite a bit. It is very interesting. We're getting a lot of epic fantasy vibes in this. But reading this, it has totally made me realize how much of though I'm a mood reader and I can read many books at once, obviously, because I was reading 4 books this weekend alone. Even though I can do that, I really need the things to be very different from each other. Because honestly, if I was reading Grace of Kings and something like Malice at the same time, I would be so confused because they are both very expansive epic fantasies. So that is what I've realized. Like Scorpica is borderline for me in similarity to Grace of Kings because they're both epic fantasies. But the way that Scorpica is told and the fact that it centers entirely on women versus Grace of Kings is 2 male characters and then like a bunch of other people around them. Scorpica's told a little bit different, so I can sink my teeth into this. I am really liking Scorpica. I have made it to page 170, I do believe. I'm gonna keep reading those 2 epic fantasies this week. In the YA fantasy world, I've been reading One for All. I'm still only about 100 pages in, but I'm really liking it. I'm really excited to keep going with this now that we finally kind of hit the fan of action-y bits and we're getting to like the fun stuff, which I'm very excited about. And of course, my main lady, Jane Austen. We got her. So my takeaway from this weekend is that I should really just focus on one book at a time, like I did last weekend. I was just like, okay, Friday we finished Seven Devils, and then Saturday I focused entirely on Blood Scion, and then Sunday I focused entirely on The Master of Jin, and then I ended up reading the Bone Houses after that. So like one book at a time, Jen. Remember this. Even if you like have many books on the go, don't sample from multiple books in one day because otherwise you won't get anything done. Next weekend, I'm gonna fix my shit and it's gonna be better. But besides all of that, I did some writing as well. So yeah, over 4,000 words written this weekend, which is awesome. I'm so happy to be back in that. And today when I was at piano, I actually went in, and my first student didn't come because she was sick. I ended up sitting and like reading back through my brainstorming notes and like adding a few things and just like clarifying a few things for myself. So I'm kind of trying to sink myself into this world so that I can go forward with my scenes. Because as of yet, I haven't really done any like new scenes except for one with Izzy after she wakes up the next day after like the events of her first chapter. So like I need to now step into this world. I've kind of set us up with 2 characters. I have a third one that I need to set up as well that I need to go back into his chapter and fix. But now that I've looked at my brainstorming notes, I'm going to keep going forward, and that's what we're going to do as next week rolls around. I also really want to start drafting Project Second Story so that I have like that beautiful fast drafting easy vibe with that one, because Project Dragon is taking me so long, and it's going to keep taking me so long because it's just that brand of story that's not easy for me to draft really fast. So I'm gonna eat now because my food's gonna get cold. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in another video very, very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.